Hi there, I'm Tori. I'm so glad to have you here on my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the Carnival Glory and my review of that particular ship. My wife and I just recently went on a cruise on Carnival Glory and we had a really great time. But I want to talk about the things that we really liked, the things that were just sort of okay or mediocre, and the things that we really didn't like. Now, do keep in mind that we are first-time cruisers, so we may not be quite as particular perhaps as someone who has been cruising for a long time. So this is a first-time cruiser perspective on the Carnival Glory. So first of all, I do want to say that I didn't take as many pictures and videos as I would have liked to. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is that, as I said, it was our first cruise. And so we were so busy just experiencing the cruise, just enjoying everything that was going on. And so we didn't always stop to take pictures or videos because we were just enjoying ourselves. The second reason is that I am about to have a spinal fusion surgery. And so I'm actually in a lot of pain with my back right now. I'm having that surgery in less than 2 weeks. And we just got off the cruise about 2 weeks ago. So I was in a lot of pain and just wasn't really quite up to going a lot of places and taking a lot of video and pictures on this particular cruise. I do have some for you that I'll be sharing along the way in this video. So let's start with the things that we liked. So first of all, you may or may not be aware that there are certain food establishments or places to get food that are included in your cruise fare, such as the main dining room, Guy's Burger Joint, the deli, Blue Iguana, which serves tacos and burritos, the buffet, just different places that are included. And then there are what they call specialty restaurants. And we made a reservation at the steakhouse. So that is a specialty restaurant. We had to pay extra. We paid $52 per person. So we spent $104 on dinner that night. We felt that it was well worth that. We really did enjoy the food there. She had the Caesar salad for an appetizer. I had the onion soup. They were both very good. I'm actually a Caesar salad fan, so it's kind of unusual that I wasn't the one ordering the Caesar salad. But I decided to try the onion soup instead, and it was actually very good. Then we both had steak. I believe she had a sirloin, and I had the filet. And again, they were both good. They were cooked to order the way that we ordered them. I had a baked potato, and I believe she had green beans, and then I had the cheesecake for dessert, and she had the creme brulee. And again, we were very happy with all of our choices at the steakhouse. So we felt that it was well worth spending the extra money to go to the steakhouse. We actually went our first night. So because we booked our first night on the cruise, we received a free bottle of wine. So that was a nice bonus. And I believe on Carnival that anytime you book the first night that you do get that free bottle of wine. So that's something to keep in mind. And I probably should have started with this, but as far as the embarkation process, that was actually very smooth. As I said, we were first-time cruisers, so we didn't know anything about the whole embarkation process, but it went very smoothly. We didn't have to wait. We basically just went right through. So no delays, nothing to keep us waiting, which I really appreciated since, as I said, I have a lot of pain with my back, so I really appreciated being able to go right through without a lot of standing around or waiting. The next thing, our cabin, we had an ocean suite. It was actually a handicapped accessible ocean suite because my wife took her motorized wheelchair. She uses a wheelchair part of the time and a walker part of the time. And I actually took a walker for this particular trip because of my back. Hopefully, once I have my back surgery and I recover from it, I won't have to do that anymore, but I did for this particular trip. We were very happy with our cabin. It was very spacious. It had 2 chairs, a table, a sofa, the king-size bed, or we chose to have it as a king-size bed. You have the option of having 2 twin-size beds. It was a balcony room, so we had the balcony, and we really enjoyed our room. The next thing that we really liked was the main dining room, and so we did eat at the main dining room most nights. In fact, I believe we ate there every night. We were really happy with the prime rib and the steak. Again, I was really happy with the Caesar salad. The dessert was good. I had the chocolate lava cake. I honestly do not remember what she had, but the chocolate melting lava cake was very good. I had heard really great things about it, and it didn't disappoint. It was very good. I am actually looking forward to our next cruise, which is in June, to have the prime rib again because it was so good. The steak was good. She really liked, I believe it was the green beans she got there also that she really liked, but we were happy with the main dining room. We were also happy with Guy's Burgers. Guy's Burgers is included in your fare. We both chose to have the pig patty, which is the burger that has the bacon on it. Now, I was under the impression that it was going to be a patty made out of bacon, but it actually wasn't. It was bacon on top of the hamburger patty, but it was still very good, and we both really enjoyed it. So we definitely recommend Guy's Burgers. The next thing that we really liked was that the crew was all very friendly. I have heard other people say that sometimes the crew was not friendly, but we did not encounter that. Our room steward was great. His name was Caden. He was wonderful and helped us with anytime we had a request. He was right there to fulfill it for us. And all of the other staff that we came in contact with were also really very nice. We did order room service several times in the morning. The room service was also very good. They were very prompt. They got there when they said they were going to get there. The food was what we ordered. It tastes good. She ordered cereal. She's not a big breakfast eater. So she just ordered the cereal. I ordered the sausage. It was Gouda, I believe, cheese. An egg, biscuit, and one day, and the other day I had the bacon, and it was very good. I enjoyed it. Then I did eat at the seafood restaurant one evening. I got fish and chips, so just something very basic, but it was also very good. So I do recommend the seafood restaurant. I had wings, the garlic parmesan wings one time from the Wings restaurant, which is right there by the Blue Iguana. It's just right there adjoining it, so you can get wings there also if you like wings, which I do. Okay. Another thing I wanted to mention was the elevators. We had been told that it was hard to get up and off the elevators, that they were very crowded, that people would try to rush in before you could get out. And especially considering that we had walkers and she had her wheelchair, we were really a little concerned about that. But everybody was actually very polite. We didn't have any problem getting in and out of the elevator and pretty quickly. So those are the things that we really liked about the Carnival Glory. A few things that we thought were just kind of okay. They weren't bad, but they weren't really good either. The overall ship decor, this is it's not one of the oldest, but it's not one of the newest ships either. So the decor could definitely use some updating. It also did not have a lot of plugs or a lot of USB plugs, so keep that in mind that you are not going to have a lot of plugs there for your various things that you bring with you that you need plugs for. We also thought that the buffet was just kind of mediocre. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. I thought the meats were pretty good. I know they had roast turkey, that was good. Ham was good. So some of the meats were very good. I felt like there was a lack of side dishes and desserts. So I think they needed more side dishes, particularly vegetables and desserts. So I think that would have made it better. Something else that I felt was just kind of okay was the Blue Iguana Grill. I tried the tacos and they were okay. I mean, they weren't bad. I just didn't really think they were great. My wife tried them. She tried the burrito and she actually really liked the burrito there. So kind of a difference of opinion between the two of us. I thought it was okay, and she was actually very happy with the burrito and wants to go back and eat there again when we go on our next cruise. The casino is another area that we really enjoyed, but it was crowded. It's a fairly small casino in our opinion. The smoking and the non-smoking areas also don't have any kind of partition between them. So if smoking bothers you, then do keep that in mind, that you are probably going to smell that smoke or be around that smoke. There's really not any way to totally get away from it, since smoking is allowed in the casino. Okay, as far as things that we just didn't like, the pool was small and it was very crowded. So I think that's pretty typical for cruise ships. The pools are often small and they're crowded because everybody wants to use the pool. We went in February, right at the end of February, the 24th is when we started our cruise. And so the water was cold in the pool too. So that's another consideration if you were looking forward to being in the pool. It was small and crowded and the water was cold at the time we went. Another area related to that was the hot tubs were also very crowded. There was a lot of kids in the hot tubs, probably because the pool was cold, and so they were trying to escape that, but they were very crowded and a lot of children in the hot tubs. The pizza is another thing that we just really didn't like. I felt like the pizza was very greasy. It just really didn't have a good taste to it. They served pepperoni pizza and cheese pizza. We tried both of them, but neither one of us cared for the pizza. And in fact, it made me feel a little sick eating it because it did seem very greasy. So that's one of the food areas that we don't recommend or we didn't care for. We did not go to the barbecue place, which is one of the areas that is included in your fare. That's one of the options that we didn't get around to trying. So hopefully on our next cruise, we will try that and can report on that. The shows, as far as the shows go, they have a comedy show. I believe they have a show that is a rock and roll type show. We actually did not attend the shows. So I can't comment on that. So we really have no knowledge of that. We do plan to go to the shows in our next cruise so we can report back on what we thought about them. Overall, though, it was a really good trip. We enjoyed it a lot. As first-time cruisers, we had a great time. We really had a blast, and we definitely are looking forward to going back. We would sail on the Carnival Glory again, and in fact, we actually do have another cruise booked on the Carnival Glory coming up. We also have a cruise booked on the Carnival Freedom and another one on the Carnival Vista. So we will be reviewing the Freedom and the Vista. And we don't plan to just stick with Carnival. We also plan to book some upcoming trips on Celebrity, Princess, and Virgin too, just to try those and see what we think about them and so we can share with you what we thought about them. I really appreciate you being here on my channel, and if you found this video to be interesting or informative, I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing. This is a new channel. I'm right now trying to get to 100 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe and help me make it to that first 100. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time, and let's all keep cruising.